is now 10 a.m. on July 20th, and we're going to call to order this regular session of Wood County Commissioners Court. It is our normal practice to start each session with a word of prayer, and I believe Commissioner Gilbreth has agreed to that this morning.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, lead us and guide us in the decision we got to make today for the good of the county. Take care of our soldiers overseas and all that you'll just lead us in the right direction you want us to go. Amen.
Thank you, Commissioner. Item number 1 on our agenda is public comments. Do we have anyone in the audience today who wishes to address the court on an issue pertinent to the court? Seeing no one move forward, we'll move on to item number 2, which is consider approval of personnel actions. Today we do have 4. The first is juvenile probation. The employee Melanie Renee Hawley. This is hire full-time as a probation officer. From tax assessor collector Emily Goings, this is a salary change increase. From Commissioner Precinct 2, the employee William A. Ayers, this is a temporary hire from looks like July through December. And from Commissioner Precinct 3, employee Tommy J. Wright, this is a separation by resignation. I would entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second. I have a motion by Commissioner Pace, second by Commissioner Shirley, that we approve today's personnel action forms. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion does pass. Item number 3 is consider approval of payroll. We have payroll dated today in the total amount of $280,305.50. I would entertain a motion.
Move to approve. Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Gaskell, second by Commissioner Gilbert, that we do approve today's payroll. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion does pass. Item number 4 is consider approval of line item transfers and budget amendments. We have line item requests on fiscal year 2012. Transfers looks like from 5 different departments totaling $10,241.08. I would entertain a motion. Motion we approve. I have a motion by Commissioner Gilbert, second by Commissioner Shirley, that we approve today's line item transfers and budget amendments. All those in favor? Aye. Motion does pass. Item number 5 is consider approval of claims. We have health, dental, and vision insurance claims totaling $40,663.04. Accounts payable claims in the total amount of $288,088.71. We have direct claims paid in the total amount of $160,311.40. And 1 voided check in the total amount of $4,598.25. I would entertain a motion.
Move to approve. Second.
A motion by Commissioner Gaskell, second by Commissioner Gilbert, that we approve today's claims. All those in favor? Aye. Motion does pass. Item number 6, consider approval of Jim Vaughn's nomination to the Wood County Child Welfare Board of Directors. We find in our packet a letter from Georgia Cameron, the board president, recommending the nomination of Mr. Vaughn as a board member, so I would entertain that motion.
So moved.
Second.
A motion by Commissioner Pace, second by Commissioner Gaskell, that we approve Jim Vaughn's nomination to the Wood County Child Welfare Board of Directors. All those in favor? Aye. Motion does pass. Item number 7 is consider approval of Frank Rucker and Arlen Yeager's nomination to the Upper Sabine Valley Solid Waste Management District Board of Directors. I believe this is Mr. Pace's and Mr. Gilbreth's. Would you all like to make that motion?
I'll make the motion. I'll second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Gilbreth, second by Commissioner Pace, that we approve the nomination of Frank Rucker and Arlen Yeager to the Upper Sabine Valley Solid Waste Management District Board of Directors. All those in favor? Aye. Motion does pass. Item number 8 is consider approval of the county road and bridge fee by the Texas Department of Motor Vehicles for 2013. You find in your packet correspondence from the Director of Vehicle Titles and Registration Division of the Texas Department of Motor Vehicles. We have to do this on an annual basis. We are opting to retain the same fees as were in effect for last year, so I would entertain that motion.
So moved.
Second. A motion by Commissioner Shirley, second by Commissioner Gilbreth, that we approve the county road and bridge fee by the Texas Department of Motor Vehicles as unchanged for 2013. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion does pass. Item number 9, consider approval of Wayne Collins' donation of .152 acre tract of land for the completion of the Wood County Airport taxiway extension. You find in your packet an abstract of survey and mapping showing the location of this small strip of land that's needed to complete the current project out there, and it is being donated to the airport board, actually to the county, to be used in the county airport taxiway extension. So I would entertain that motion.
Motion approved. I'll second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Gaskell, second by Commissioner Gilbreth, that we approve Wayne Collins' donation of .152 acre tract of land for the completion of the Wood County Airport taxiway extension. All those in favor? Aye. Motion does pass. Item number 10 is consider approval of resolution for Wood County Sheriff's Department to accept donation of 1 canine from the Lackland Air Force Base. We have a resolution in our packet. I will read the resolution. It says, the Wood County Commissioners Court met in regular session the 20th day of July 2012 to consider and act upon the following resolution. Whereas the Sheriff's Department of Wood County desires to accept a donation for a new canine for assistance in the search of drugs, and whereas the purchase price of said canine is $10,000, which includes the training of the canine, and whereas the Wood County 2011-2012 budget does not have funds budgeted for this purchase, and whereas the county may accept donations to the county in accordance with Local Government Code Chapter 81, Section 81.032, and whereas the donors can receive an IRS tax deduction for such donation from a local, state, or federal government, now therefore be it resolved by the Commissioners Court of the County of Wood that Wood County will accept a donation from Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio, Texas, 1 canine. Resolved this 20th day of July 2012. I would entertain a motion.
So moved.
I have a motion by Commissioner Shirley, second by Commissioner Gilbreth, that we approve the resolution for the Wood County Sheriff's Department to accept the donation of 1 canine from Lackland Air Force Base. All those in favor? Aye. Motion does pass. Item number 11 is consider approval of County Treasurer's Report. Ms. Burford, would you like to present your reports?
Appreciate your time, and I'm presenting a report back-to-back from last Commissioner's Court, so I'll just be very brief and just give you some overviews that might be of importance to you. Basically, we are continuing the path of declining balances. In fact, we're getting at a higher pace. We actually declined $636,000 this past year, month. And then also, tax pool has about 8% of our funds, where the remaining percentage is at the depository or our non-depository bank CDs. The receipts were $909,000 and disbursements was $1,500,000. So you can see the difference between going out is faster than coming in. For the year, we had $27 million collected, and dispersed was $15 million. So overall, we've still got a positive increase of $5 million for the year. So that's a good number to keep up with. The pledged securities is at 116% of our deposits, so therefore we are pledged at the level that we need to be. Interest is paid for one of the reports is the investment report, which interest on CDs paid almost $6,000, so that with the accrual of $4,400 also being earned. Our interest rates was varied from 12 basis points to 1%, with a range of 60 days to a year commitment. I appreciate the auditor's office on their review and assistance in getting the report prepared and reviewed for your approval.
Excuse me, Commissioners, have you any questions of the Treasurer? If not, then I would entertain a motion.
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Gaskell, second by Commissioner Gilbreth, that we approve the Treasurer's Report for the period ending June 30th, 2012. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion does pass. Item number 12 is consider approval of Investment Policy Exhibit I, PIA Disclosure Statement, and Exhibit J, Weighted Average Maturity. Ms. Burford, you want to address these also?
These are agenda items that had to do with the investment policy that you had previously approved in March of 2012. The first Exhibit I is just updating. The only change that's on that exhibit is in the paragraph 1, which is adding more banks to disclosure, because we are going outside of our depository bank for possible CDs. We did add a few more banks listed on that. Now, that is not just myself, it's also close family members. So I wanted to bring that to your attention. This is updating, this exhibit was previously approved in July of 2011, so where timing is a little different. Maybe the next time we do the review for the investment policy, we'll get both of them at the same cycle. The next exhibit is J, which is a new exhibit. It is part of the investment policy and is a requirement of the investment policy. At the time of approving the policy, I did clearly say that these two items were not included in the policy, and I'd be coming back to you on that. And so this is the section that was pending at the time of approving the investment policy. We are adding two sections to the policy. That is a requirement of the maximum maturities and also the WAM, which is weighted average of the investments. Basically, there's two key amounts to think about. The maximum maturity is 2 years, is I recommend. The best I could find that we had anything in the past, it had to do with the weighted average, and it was on the county's financial records report from the outside auditors that had 90 days. And we're reflecting that we would like it to be a little bit longer. And in this exhibit, we're saying maybe a year. We would like an average of a year is our maximum. Now, that is just giving me some range to operate. And obviously in the wording here is saying that we're still having the same strategies, same priorities, that cash flow is our also one of the important things we need to consider, as well as the safety of the principal. We're not chasing the yield. So these are two requirements of the investment policy, and I felt like maybe these would be areas that I would recommend, and y'all can consider them, please.
Okay. Commissioners, have you any questions of the treasurer with respect to her two proposed exhibits? If not, then I would entertain a motion.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Gaskell, seconded by Commissioner Gilbreth, that we approve both the investment policy Exhibit I, PIA disclosure statement by the treasurer, as well as Exhibit J, the weighted average maturity as proposed by the treasurer. All those in favor? Aye. Motion does pass. Thank you, Ms. Burford. Seeing no other items on our agenda, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I have a motion by Commissioner Gilbreth, seconded by Mr. Gaskell. Commissioner Gaskell, that we stand adjourned. All those in favor? Aye. Motion does pass. We are adjourned.